Come with me today as we hop on board a commercial crayfishing vessel. We've removed an old engine and put in a new engine that provides triple the available working hours per year. That is huge. Come with me. The beautiful boat behind me is a commercial crayfishing vessel. Now, for those of you that aren't from Australia, crayfishing is also known as lobster fishing, and that's what this boat does day in, day out. The engine in it was an older style mechanical V10 engine, a Doosan V10 to be precise. The engine runs at approximately 1,500 hours per year, so they do get a lot of use. The engine that had been in this boat had reached end of life, providing a full great service life, but it was time to upgrade and give the vessel some renewed reliability. So that's why, if you have a great hull like Drifter behind us, the best thing you can do is invest in your future, invest in the future of the boat, and invest in your livelihood by repowering with a brand new reliable engine, because the cost of rebuilding an old motor is approximately 80% of buying a brand new engine. And that's what we're going to show you here today. So when choosing a replacement engine to repower a boat like this cray boat, it's really important that you understand the displacement of the engine that you're using. So a lot of these older style boats, the engines, it's all about the displacement. We could have anywhere from a 18 litre up to a 22 litre engine in there. What you want to ensure is that the engine that you have going back in, still with the new technology of the electronic fuel injection, is still a big displacement engine. That's really important. So the engine that's been put in here is a 16 litre. Now compare that to the engine that came out, which was an 18 litre V10. Still similar displacements within 2 litre displacement, and what that's allowed you to still have is the balls, the torque of the motor. What you want to avoid is don't get suckered in to buying a cheaper 13 litre engine, because the price disparity is not much between the 13 and the 16 litre product, and you get so much more value for money out of a 16 litre product. It's more reliable, it's not working as hard, having its neck wrung out, you might say, and it's going to last longer in the boat and give you a longer lifespan of use. And that is why we have repowered with the C16 FPT 16 litre marine engine. That displacement of 16 litres is incredibly important because it provides the torque. Now this engine has been derated down to 815, but at the 1000 horsepower setting, this puts out over 3,600 Newton meters of torque at maximum. Huge torque. But this engine here, derated to 815, has the huge advantage of meaning that we could reuse existing gearbox, existing propeller shaft, existing propeller, and the engine slots straight in with more space physically around the motor than before. Now, the great thing about the C16 is it can be provided to so many different horsepower settings. We can offer this at 1,000 horsepower, commercially rated for 1,000 hours a year. That's huge. It is already commercially rated at 1,000. As you come down, 900 horsepower at 2,300, 815 horsepower at 2,300, 750 horsepower at 2,300, 650 horsepower at 2,300, or they've even got 2,000 max ratings at 815 and 750. You've got a huge amount of rating options available to suit your commercial vessel without having to worry about having any issue with AMSA and changing the horsepower on your engine. The other really good thing about this is the fact of its weight. The engine dry weight is 1,640 kilos. That's not a light engine, but it's not a heavy engine. It's actually one of the best power to weight ratios on the market. So it's really important when you're repowering a vessel that is a commercial vessel under survey with AMSA, that you're within 4% of the vessel's weight. So when we're talking like this, the Doosan V10 came out, which is an 18 litre V10. We're putting in the FPT C16. We're under 100 kilos difference in engine weight. So barely any different. But it's a great engine with a brand new FPT warranty that is going to give this vessel a new lease on life. But the other good thing is that it's not just the fact that it is a light duty rated engine. With this derated down to 815 horsepower from 1,000, this engine here is a medium duty rated engine designed for over 2,000 hours a year of operation, it'll see this boat out. And what I haven't yet mentioned, this is a Gavin Mare hull, 55 foot, weighing in at 20 tonnes. What we have down here between my legs is a ZF gearbox. It is ZF 350A in a 2.6 to 1 ratio. 2 3/4 inch prop. Out the back we have a 4-blade Mikado, which is 39 by 37 inch. So it's a decent prop. Now, the important thing here to know is that we're not looking for more performance, we're not looking for more speed. The Doosan that was in here was 820 horsepower at 2300. This has been set at 815 horsepower at 2300. 5 horsepower difference, no big deal, no one's going to notice. And that means that the performance is the same. But where the advantages were, is it is a much quieter engine, it is a much smoother engine, there's no smoke out the back because it's common rail electronic, and fuel consumption has come down. So there's a lot of advantages in choosing a new electronic engine. The great thing about the electronics that come out on the FPT C16 is that they are a Bosch electronic system, but they're not a complex system. They give you the sensors you need. Next to me here, I've got exhaust gas temperature. We're looking at intake temperature, we're looking at coolant temps, we're looking at turbo pressures. There's a lot of sensors that we're watching, but they're simple and you get all the information on the dash. So it is great and reliable and the best you can really get in regards to electronic systems. The way the FlexBall system is wired up to talk to the engine is when you turn the engine ignition key on, the FlexBall system powers up. The great thing about the FlexBall is it works for any make and model of engine and gearbox. As an example, we've got an electronic input for the new FPT C16 motor here, but we still have mechanical gearbox actuation. So there still is a mechanical cable that runs to the gearbox, so we can make anything work. Now, when it first powers up, you'll see here that we have to take command, which tells us this is the active station, turn off warm-up mode, and now we're active. It's as fast as that to get it operating. Click it into gear, off, away we go. Now check this out for cool. I'm here in the wheelhouse. Upstairs there's a flybridge station as well, and right behind me there is also an outdoor station for when the pot winch is being used. And if you want to still be operating in there, have the vessel still moving but need to transfer your command out to this station, it's as simple as this. These are an IP68 rated as well. You click it, you match roughly where your RPM is on the inside station based upon the green flashing lights, take command and boom. Transfer has been command from the inside station to the outside station, and now you have full command here on this station. That is how flexible the FlexBall controls really are and how easy they are to use, especially in a commercial application. And yes, they are designed to sit out here under the weather. They're absolutely fine to be operated on a commercial vessel. So before I tell you the results of sea trial, I want to reiterate this vessel here. It is 55 foot long, aluminium construction, weighing in at 20 tonne. It is approximately 20-30 years old hull, and with the new FPT C16, we're going to get that same lifespan out of it again. In terms of how we went was fantastic. Because we were keeping the existing driveline and similar horsepower, we weren't looking for a performance increase. But what was really notable was that the old engine only achieved 2300, the new engine achieved 2350 RPM, meaning it's slightly underloaded, which is great because by the time it gets loaded up with pots as a commercial fisherman, it's really important that the engine is going to perform beautifully. So at 1200 RPM, we were burning a tiny 23 litres per hour fuel consumption, which is really important when you're operating out at sea. At 1800 rev at cruise speed, we were doing 16 knots, burning 70 litres of fuel per hour, which is a great cruise to get you in and out. Max speed that we achieved is 23 knots, and again slightly underloaded on the propeller at that. So great performance all round for this fantastic boat. And the main factor to drive home here is the old engine that was in here was the light duty rated Doosan that was good for 1,000 hours a year commercially rated. With the FPT C16 1000 D-rated 815 at a medium duty rating, that is designed for use for up to 3,000 hours per year. That's going to give you a longer lifespan and triple the commercial usage per year. Huge stats to give you a reliable and long-lasting engine to match your fishing operations. I'm Josh from THT, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Repower.